વર્ષથી જૂનું બંદર હોય, હજારો વર્ષ જૂનું, અને એ વખતે ઇતિહાસ એમ કે છે કે આ ધોલેરાના બંદર પર 84 દેશોના વાવટા ફરકતા હતા, એવી જાહો જલાલી ધોલેરાની હતી. આ ધોલેરાની જાહો જલાલી ફરી આવે કે ના આવે? આવે કે ના આવે? મારું સપનું છે હિન્દુસ્તાનનું મોટામાં મોટું વહાણવટાનું મ્યુઝિયમ, આખા દેશનું મોટામાં મોટું વહાણવટું હજારો વર્ષથી કેવી રીતે આગળ વધ્યું એનું મ્યુઝિયમ બનાવો. હજારો લોકો રોજ આવે, અહીંયા ટુરિઝમ ડેવલપ થાય, આજુબાજુના વિસ્તારના જવાનોને રોજી મળે, એનું કામ અમે માથે લીધું છે ભાઈઓ. આપ મને કહો, આપણો આ ધોલેરાનો પંથક, આ ધોલેરામાં 200 વીઘા જમીન હોય, ખેડૂત પાસે 200 વીઘા, દીકરી પરણાતી હોય, અને ધોલેરાનો ખેડૂત સાવકાર પાસે જાય અને એમ કે મારે દીકરી પરણાવી છે, 50,000 રૂપિયા જોઈએ, બદલામાં મારી આ 200 વીઘા છે, જમીન લખી લો. તો સાવકાર એમ કહેતો કે ભાઈ આ તારી 200 વીઘા જમીન શું મારે માથે મારવાની છે? તણસનું ઉગતું નથી. આ હું ક્યાં તારી પાસે જમીન લખાવું? તારા પર ભરોસો રાખી 50,000 આપવા તૈયાર છું, લઈ જજે, પણ તારી જમીન મારા માથે મારી જતો નહીં ભાઈ, મારે તારી જમીન નથી જોઈતી. આ ધોલેરામાં 200 વીઘાની જમીનનો માલિક 50,000 રૂપિયાની લોન લેવી હોય તો એને વરખા પડી
in the Navagam village of Taluka Dholera. Besides handling the logistics requirement of DSIR, the proposed Greenfield Airport will handle the spillover traffic of the existing Ahmedabad International Airport. The airport will propel an airport-led economic growth in the entire region. Government of Gujarat has formed an SPV, Dholera International Airport Company Limited, to facilitate the project in PPP mode with the help of project management consultant as per the Greenfield Airport policy of the Government of India. Dholera International Airport Company has obtained necessary approvals such as environment clearance, in-principle approval etc. from Government of India. Dholera Airport project has been declared as an early bird project jointly by Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, DMICDC and the Government of Gujarat. The airport is strategically located amongst the big cities of the state. Dholera Airport will be well connected via express highway and metro railway. 1,426 hectares of government land has been reserved at Navagam village of Taluka Dholera in Ahmedabad district. The measurement and demarcation of the site is carried out by District Inspector of Land Records, Ahmedabad. The site can accommodate 2 runways of 2,910 metres and 4,000 metres with parallel taxiways. Airport Authority of India has prepared the feasibility report, detailed project report and environment impact assessment. Japan International Cooperation Agency JICA has also prepared and submitted a detailed project survey independently. DMICDC has equity stake in Dholera International Airport.
Kilometers. We call it activation because it's going to activate the rest of Dholera over the next 30 years. And our goals for the activation area is to get it completed by 2019. So industries can come in. It's basically a plug and play system where industries come in and they basically just build their structures and they start production. We have completed all of the environmental planning, the assessment, the master planning. The design is all done, the preliminary design. We have issued some major tenders and the tenders are due December 2nd and we are hoping to award the first contract for the roads and underground utilities by December 19th when the Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi is going to be doing the ground laying ceremony for that.
Dholera is part of Dholera Special Investment Region Corporation's New Cities Infrastructure Program.
Trying to identify the right technology for the right part of infrastructure, which maximizes the not just the
to make it does not mean that the provider of those services has to be the public.
Kant is aware of the situation, and perhaps that is why the DMIC has sought around 18,500 crore rupees to build the trunk infrastructure, like drainage, water supply and public transport.
One must realize that there is a very important component of the trunk infrastructure. If you don't have good drainage, if you don't have good sewage, if you don't crack the trunk infrastructure, which is commercially not viable, the other component of the private-public partnership will not happen. So the trunk infrastructure, to our mind, is the key, and that is where the government needs to step in. New cities, over a 30-year period, are very commercially viable. They take a longer period. They take 13 years, 14 years to break even. But once they break even, then they generate a lot of resources. And from that 13th year to the 30th year, they in fact generate so much of resources that you can make many more cities. But the key challenge here is that you should be able to monetize land value. That is the key challenge.
Monetizing land value is not the only challenge. In fact, the list of challenges is a rather long one. From land acquisition to financing to governance. When we come back, we'll see at what the road ahead for DMIC looks like.
Braj Binani Group and Bloomberg UTV present Building India. Braj Binani Group and Bloomberg UTV present Building India.
That is how the future cities of a country would look like. If the projections by the DMIC project are anything to go by. It is perhaps the most ambitious project since independence. From building mega industrial zones to building mega cities. The DMIC wants to give the country a complete facelift. But planning is one thing, and translating plans into reality is another. As Pradeep Singh, the Vice Chairman and Managing Director of IDFC project says, master plans are often more violated than being followed.
In the history of our country and its cities, the master plans have been less